Hello everybody, welcome back, I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of Assetto Corsa Can I Beat poll. But before we get into it, why not head down below, like and subscribe, it does help out a lot. So here we are back at the Red Bull Ring here in Austria, of course. It was a triple header, of course. We had two races at the Red Bull Ring like we had at the beginning of last season, of course. First the Austrian Grand Prix, then the Styrian Grand Prix, but then this year was kind of like flipped around. So first we had the Styrian Grand Prix, then we had the Austrian Grand Prix. But still, to be perfectly honest, the Austrian Grand Prix was actually kind of better in both seasons than the Styrian Grand Prix. Because of course, in the Austrian, in the last season, in the first race, it was basically pretty sure 9 cars DNF'd or something like that, which was kind of insane. And of course, last weekend for the Austrian Grand Prix this season, of course Max won from Bottas and from Lando Norris, taking his 3rd podium of this season. So of course in not this week but the weekend after, of course we've got the British Grand Prix and the first sprint qualifying this season, so that is going to be quite interesting to see if it is actually going to be any good. I'm not going to kind of look down on it even before we've got it. If I'm kind of willing to kind of try it out, see if it's any fun to watch, and if it is, then yeah, why not implement it? They at least like trying new stuff and not just kind of well, they're trying, which should hopefully mean that I don't know, it could be that it could be good, it could not be. I guess we'll see. The time we've got to beat for today, let's get into the video, as we've been talking for quite some time. So the time we've got to beat for today, of course, set by Max Verstappen once again in the Red Bull RB16B, which is the car to beat this year, is a 1:03.720, which we're probably not going to get close to, maybe within like 5 seconds, but the time that I set in the last video at the Red Bull Ring in the same car was a 1:07.421, I'm pretty sure, so we're going to try and beat that, because I don't think we're going to beat Max this time. I'm not a I'm pretty sure it's 15 times Grand Prix winner, I'm pretty sure 50 podiums as well, nowhere near, so we're just going to try and beat my time from last week and see how well we do. So I'm not going to probably talk around my lap around here, as that probably doesn't go too well most of the time. It only really worked in kind of the first video, so I guess you can have a look at how the Red Bull Racing RB16B looks like going around the Red Bull Ring for a second week in a row. So there we go, across the line to set our first lap time of the video, and it is a 1:08.742, so about a second and about 3/10 slower than the time my time that we've got to beat, so not too far away after the first flying lap. And if this video does seem like, I don't know, rushed, or I just sound like I'm melting, it's because I am. It is quite warm outside. Of course, need to keep the window shut, so you can't hear any outside noise. So it is quite warm in here, but nonetheless, it is still quite fun to record and try and see how fast I can go. So I'm going to keep on going and see how fast I can go. Now, talking about the Austrian Grand Prix, of course, there was quite a lot of penalties. Some of them kind of justified, like Yuki Tsunoda kind of going across this line over here when going to the pits twice actually, so he got 2 5-second penalties for that. He kind of needs to kind of calm down sometimes and kind of, well, don't rush. I know it's like a race, but sometimes going a little bit slower is actually going to help you in the long run, rather than actually helping you. So, yeah, needs to slow it down sometimes. But you know, not an F1 driver, so I don't really know. A couple drivers not respecting yellow flags. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was like Nicholas Latifi, Mazepin, and stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that. But like the wheel-to-wheel racing with like Lando Norris, Sergio Perez, and Charles Leclerc. I know we kind of want to see that kind of racing, that wheel-to-wheel combat over there, that Formula 1 is very much well known for. Doesn't happen too often in this era, but when it happens we want to see them fight out, and doesn't really help that the FIA is kind of inconsistent. Of course, in 2019 it was Max Verstappen who, of course, kind of, well, nearly rammed Charles Leclerc off the road up at turn 3 to get the lead of the race and then actually win. He didn't get a penalty for that. Then kind of similar thing happened with Lewis Hamilton and Albon, and then Lando and Perez and Charles, and they actually got penalties for that. So I'm not really sure. The FIA really need to kind of like stop messing around and actually just kind of, or keep consistent to what they've actually done before, and not just kind of be all over the place, because sometimes it is actually kind of hilarious just how bad and messed up everything is. And well, it's definitely, I'd probably say it's definitely a lot better now than it was under the Bernie era, because well, in general Formula 1 is just better right now than it was before, with like the videos on YouTube and stuff like that, the social media posts. But yeah, I guess we just need to kind of focus on the video. I'm just kind of going off talking about Formula 1 in general, whilst just going really fast. Now this isn't going to be best of laps. I lost about half a second over there. Gained a little bit through the last lap, but last corner, but then I kind of lost some 3/10 up. I could have actually been close to a minute, but I guess I was just kind of talking about what's on my mind about Formula 1, which is something that I would like to start doing more. So 103.421, so just below a second slower the last time, but we still got about 20 minutes to see if I can go faster. That's definitely not going to get me to go faster. I need to charge up my battery first. I'm actually kind of change it so the battery doesn't deplete, because I am just doing like hot laps, so there's no point in me doing like a lap, sometimes even 2 laps to charge up the battery after. It just takes longer, and yeah, it's kind of annoying sometimes. Like, I'm over here, I need to slow down to charge up the battery, it's not really doing it too fast. But I guess I'll keep on turning out the laps and see if I can go any faster than last time. So there we go, across the line, 7/10 up, which is a pretty decent improvement over one lap. 107.704, so 3/10 slower than last time, and I definitely feel like I've got a lot more in me, so that is good. So yeah, gonna give it another, I don't know, 15 minutes, see if I can beat that time. I definitely feel like I can, so I guess it's just it's not an if but a when of like me beating my time from last week. Definitely, of course, had like practice like last week for the video, so I'm kind of more used to it, so we should definitely beat this time within the next 15 minutes. So there we go, across the line, nearly, well, 5.5 up, and we did beat our time from last week by about, is that 2, maybe 3/10? I'm pretty sure it was a, no, 3/10, there we go, yeah, so we beat it by 3/10, that is, because our time before was a 107.421, I'm pretty sure, so we did beat the time, which is very nice. That was a crazy lap over there. Really rode those curbs literally as much as you can, nearly going on the grass, but that was yeah, a very nice lap and a very nice track. I really like this track and this car. Of course, it's like just the Red Bull skin livery, but yeah, it's still a very nice car. Don't really remember the mod. It's Race Sim Studio, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember, but it is a very nice map, it's a very nice car. And, well, next week, of course, there isn't a Grand Prix on this weekend, so gonna probably go back in history, find a cool pole time in a cool car, on a cool track, and I guess we'll try and beat that. But for now, that is going to be it, so hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.